Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel, welcome back. I nearly didn't make it tonight. Oh, I was so poorly earlier. Oh, all my own doing. I absolutely jammed my belly full of food and I literally couldn't move, so I didn't think I was going to make it tonight, but I've managed to pull out of food coma, and here I am. So tonight we're back with round 4 of the P1RCs Mini Cup. It's the new shaped minis. We've got 3 different races spread over 15 minutes each. We've got a 5-minute qualifying kicking off just now. We are at Blue Moon Speedway. We're at the Infield B, so it's quite a fast track. There's sort of 3 sort of tricky corners. The rest of it is absolutely flat out, so be prepared for that. Again, 3 races. Reverse grids for race 2 and race 3. And if you do win, if you do get a podium in race 1 or race 2, obviously with the reverse grid you start at the back, but you also pick up the next hardest set of tyres. So I think it is sports softs that everyone is on. And obviously if you win race 1, you have to stick a set of sports mediums on. If you get podium in race 2 as well, and you're already on the race sports softs, sports mediums, you then go on to the sports hards for the final race. So it makes it a little bit more trickier as it goes through. So let's have a look at points, shall we? Leading the way is Mocking Week, still 143 points on board for him. 130 points, second place for Obi-Wan. Rob S in third, he's got himself 116 points, right alongside Marshall 2012, actually, also 116 points. Right behind them, though, nipping at their heels, 115 points, P1 Skippy, sitting in 5th. We've got Tyre Slayer in 6th with 95, and we have Pilgrim in 7th with 83 points. The bottom half of the table, we've got Jonesy with 80 points. We've got Fudder 69 Eng with 69 points. We've got Manny with 64 points. We've got Captain Pugwash 60 points. Don has got himself 61 points for Pugwash. Don has got himself 60 points. Ricky J has 46. The Dodger has 43. And Raffo has 15 points on the board. Mr. Scales, evening, brother. You've missed out. We've been out for a bit of a meal tonight, me and the boys. And I'm all full and bloaty and feeling a bit sick, if I'm perfectly honest. Merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. Hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com if you want any of those, or in the stream, or the Facebook page, or whatever. Contact me if you want any of those. Right, let's have a look what's going on in this lobby. How many have we got in? We have 13 drivers in total. Captain Pugwash, Ricky, Mocking Weeks, Obi, Tyre Slayer, Pilgrim, Raffo, Marshall, Rob S, Fudder, Dodger, Ricky J, Skippy, and little old me. So I think qualifying's already kicked off. We've got a 5-minute qualifier. Perfect time to start a bit of a lap with Mocking Weeks then. So part of the main course you're watching now, it does cut off early. That is the actual first corner. It's over to the right hand side there. Tricky little track though. You can see the difference in track surface as they hit the infield and the off-field, or infield and outfield sections. Full speed through that corner there, all the way down here, absolutely stomping that throttle right the way down until this next corner you can see in front of you, which is pretty much a 90-degree left-hander, hard on the brakes, trying to cut as much of that apex as possible and keep it out the wall on the way out. All going to be good fun in the first couple of laps, and then it is an all-out stompathon all the way down here to that first corner again. So again, not a lot to it. Feast of India Scout. That's where we went. Many plates, many bulging tummies. Duco's been up this weekend, so we went out for a game of golf earlier, and then a bit of a meal. Not Duco won't play golf. Right, that's enough of you mocking weeks. Let's go and see what else is happening out on track. So it is Rob S. Oh my god, there's minis going all over the place. Rob S currently on pole position. Very tricky first corner that, again with the off-camber changes on the way in and way out. It can just unsettle these cars. Not so bad in the minis, although these minis do like a bit of a double stab at some of these corners. So Rob S currently leading the way with a 102.3 then. Obi-Wan second, he's got himself a 102.4. Rocky Wheat's third position currently on the grid, 102.6. Marshall in fourth, 103.0 for him. Just keep your eye on Mocking Weeks' livery this week. He almost made me vomit last week. So let's see what he's got on. Ricky J, he's got all sorts of colours going on that Mini this week. Shifts and giggles racing. I like it. Sitting in 6th at the minute. Ricky Raffo in 7th, getting that Mini sideways through turn 1. Not sure that's the fastest line. Captain Pugwash also slamming it into turn 1. Bam. There's that off-camber transition. Bam. Mini seem to be handling it quite well. The GT3s, the rear-wheel drive cars, always have a bit of fun on those transitions. Raffo's being hounded by Pilgrim. This is just qualifying, boys. You can see it's going to be an absolute handful through there. Pilgrim then currently sitting in 11th. Dodger in 12th. Gets a bit of a wobbly one out there. Footer 69 currently 13th on the grid. Almost out of time for this qualifying session as well. What are we, 4 minutes 27? So they will get to complete any laps they're on once that 5-minute window shuts. Moves up a little bit, 102.2 on that last lap there, squeezes himself into 2nd. Obi's jumped himself onto pole position. Marshall's moved up the field as well. Rob S is now down to 4th position. Was on pole. He's a little bit down on this lap as well, so he's not going to be back on pole for the end of the race. Not unless he can pull an absolute miracle around this final corner, which he can't. He handbrakes it into the wall. Unlucky Rob S. Take Raffo out for good measure. Just, why not? So yes, 3 15-minute races are coming up for you guys here at Blue Moon Infield. That's right, Raffo's just trying to stay out of the way, is he? Or are they having a bit of bumper cars coming up here? Oh, they're having bumper cars. It was Rob S that finally got taken out. It wasn't Raffo. So, grid order is Obi on pole then, Mocking Wheats 2nd, Marshall in 3rd, Rob S 4th, Raffo 5th. Captain Pugwash up into 6th position on his final lap. Pilgrim in 7th, Jonesy in 8th, Skippy in 9th, Tyre Slayer in 10th position, Ricky J in 11th, Fudder in 12th, and P1 the Dodger in 13th. So, there are official results for qualifying. I'm not going to read through all of those. We've just been through them. But if you wanted to have a look, let me just have a look at the bottom half of the table, shall we? Let's not be totally ignorant to them. They are grid positions then. We just wait for this first race of the evening to kick off then. Again, 15 minutes here at Blue Moon Infield. We're a week delayed, unfortunately, due to lobbies playing up. So we've still got a couple of weeks left of this left to race. Let me in, let me in, let me in. Give me the binoculars. Come on, there we go. That's what we want. No, no, no. What are you doing? Again, you'd just think I'd know what I'm doing by now, wouldn't you? 4 years I've been doing this stuff and I still faff it up. Right, here we go. Race 1 just about out to get underway. The horn has been found. It's got to be Raffo or Pilgrim or someone. Red lights go on then. We wait for these to drop and race 1 gets underway. Good start by Obi. Not to put himself under threat from Mocking Weeks. Off the line at least. A little bit defensive as they head down towards turn 1. Again, got to be on these first couple of laps. Here we go then. Nice and smooth through there for Obi. Mocking Weeks looks to be taking a slightly tighter line. Oh, Obi gets a wobble on through there. Has that cost him any speed into this next corner? It's a fast little turn. Almost side by side with Mocking. It's just, where is he? He is almost side by side. He's going to have the advantage as they head down towards this final corner, is he? Yes, he's still got a wing up the inside. Hard on the brakes into this final corner. Plenty of room given. A little bit sideways action. Unfortunately, he's left the door open for Marshall to squeeze through as well. So loses first, loses second. Not happy now. Obi, he's on the horn. He's almost overtaken by... he was, sorry. Rob S has come through to take that position off him. Drops himself down to 4th then, Obi. So Marshall now leads then. He's got the slipstream off of Mocking Weeks. Retakes the lead. Mocking Weeks. Oh, he's far too tight through there. Dirty tyres. Oh, nearly chaos. Marshall leads then. Obi back into 2nd. Mocking Weeks almost causing chaos through there in 3rd. Loses another position to Raffo. Mocking Weeks that was making me vomit last week with his delivery, but it's looking pretty nice this week. Look at them all firing down here, down towards this tricky final corner. Foul sideways through there, these minis. Just trying to get the traction, get these things pointing in a straight line as quick as possible and get the power down. Here's Marshall leading then. Pulls a little bit of a gap. Obi-Wan, Rob S and Raffo. Bit of a door banging competition. Well, Raffo and Rob S are. Mocking Weeks falls to 5th position, just off the back of this pack. Marshall though has found another 10th of this start-finish straight. Oh, Obi gets a wobble on through there. There's minis all over the place. Marshall is able to squeeze another couple of tenths out there. He's got that gap up to 0.8. He's coming back down then. Still chasing single file through that fast left-hander. He's pulled a great big gap from the rest of the drivers at the minute. 0.7 of a second as they head down towards this final corner. Catching that curve as much as possible. Whoa, little dink into the wall. Has that slowed him down too much? I think Obi got a little clip as well, so it's not giving him a massive advantage. To spread out now then. Marshall still leads as we come to start lap 4. Obi in 2nd, Raffo 3rd. Got Rob S in 4th, under pressure from Mocking Weeks in 5th position. Pilgrim right behind this pack in 6th. Bit of a gap then back to Captain Pugwash, 1.3 seconds back to him in 7th. Got Skippy in 8th position. The fastest kangaroo on the planet. DDR Jonesy in 9th. How much longer though? Oh, Ricky J is trying to get around the outside of him. Footer is trying to find any way around these pair. Liking that livery as well, Footer. Bombs and sharks. Bomb sharks. I like it. Dodger then in 12th position. Not too far off the back of that little pack in front. 1.2 seconds. Tyre Slayer, what have you done? Why is Tyre Slayer nearly 13 seconds down? You fired it into a wall or backwards or something, haven't you? There's big damage on the front of that thing. Looks a bit scratched up. Back to the front then. Marshall lost all that lead. It's down to 0.2 of a second. It's Obi-Wan using the force to chase him down. Field properly spreading out now. Obi then has a little look up the inside into turn 1. He's got the inside line. Marshall's trying to carry masses of speed through there. Can he cut back up the inside? Oh, gone the wrong way. Obi carries the speed through, but Marshall is next to him into this next left-hander. Has to be given the room and takes the advantage. Has he carried the speed down here? Not sure. It's still saying Obi in front. It is by a margin, in fact. Marshall keeping it right there with him, hard on the brakes, the pair of them through that left-hander. Again, just trying to keep it out of that wall. Rd4 trying to close that gap up as well. Just about a second back in third at the minute. Pilgrim in fourth. Captain Pugwash is up into fifth. Mocking Weeks has had a terror. Rob S into sixth. Mocking Weeks down to seventh position. Nearly eighth if Skippy can get past him. Mocking Weeks drops to 8th position, then Jonesy in 9th, 2.1 back, out of danger from Footer, 1.4 back as well for himself. Got Dodger, another 1.8 back, he's got himself past Ricky J in 12th. Oh, we've got chaos at turn 1, Mocking Weeks and Captain Pugwash having to come in together. Again, just getting a wobble on this corner here as you exit the outfield onto the infield, just sends these cars all over the place. Captain Pugwash getting tangled up with Mocking Weeks, then drops the pair of them down to 11th and 12th. Tyre Slayer falls even further back. Not having a great race here, I don't think. Obi then into the lead. He now starts to gain over Marshall. 0.8 of a second. Rd4 slowly closing up on Marshall as well himself. Hashtag ASMR lighter click. Halfway through first race here tonight then. Obi with a 0.8 of a second. Look at these minis having to go sideways into turn 1. There's the off-camber transition. Top 3 pulled a massive gap then. Pilgrim and Rob S in 4th and 5th. Marshall and Rd4 have found the horn. Purple sector as well, trying to close that gap on Marshall. Go for the overtake now. This start finish straight, is he? Oof, not like that, it won't be. Drags that little mini down the wall. That's going to slow him down along this long straight. And you can see down the back straight, he was pretty much pushing Marshall down there, but now 0.6 of a second gap between them. Rob S then giving everything he can to try and stay in front of Pilgrim. Pilgrim right behind him. Might be doing a little bit of bump drafting down here, is he? Maybe. Again, you just got to be careful. This is where it all can go wrong. We've seen Captain Pugwash and Mocking Weeks getting tangled up there. Rob S, I think, took a bit of the wall out as well. It might slow him down a little bit against that battle with Pilgrim. Still 0.5 of a second in it between them at the minute. Skippy then in 6th. Too far off those two in front. He has got Jonesy for company, about a second behind him in the Demon Tweaks liveried mini. Footer edge all the bombs, trying to chase these boys down and drop a nuke on them. 3.3 back from Jonesy, unfortunately. 4.1 in front of this man. Ricky J though doesn't want any paint left on that car when he's finished this race. Mocking Weeks though. Captain Pugwash trying to close the gaps back up, make anything of this race they can after getting it all wrong in turn 1. Dodger then in 12th. You'd like to hang on to these two. Tyre Slayer still struggling to close the gap, 8.7 seconds behind everybody else on circuit at the minute. Then pulling out a massive great lead, 1.6 seconds. The force is strong here at Blue Moon Bay. He's finding all the right lines here is Obi, keeping it out of the walls as well. That's enough to just keep that gap stretching open, and again gets the gap up to 2 seconds just through that final corner. He's found a line through there that nobody else has quite found, I don't think. 2.2 seconds now. He's at nearly 2.3. He's absolutely stomping away here now then, Obi. Marshall just hanging on to second position. Got Rd4 behind him. Rafa goes for a little move up the inside into turn 1. Oh, he's on the grass. Oh, he's got it all wrong. Slowed him right down. Look at the gap Marshall's managed to pull then with that mistake from Rafa. He tried to turn in a little bit too early and it caught him out, stuck him on the grass, slowed him right down. 1.2 seconds that gap between him and Marshall now then. Field properly split up now. Rob S in 4th, Skippy 5th, Jonesy in 6th, Pilgrim 7th. Pilgrim's had a bit of a mare as well. Footer in 8th. J in 9th. Weeks trying to close the gap up on him in 10th. Broken away from Captain Pugwash in 11th. Dodger's still trying to hang on to his coattails in 12th. Tyre Slayer not making any ground up in this one. USA baby. Follow me on Twitter. It's nothing to do with sim racing. Marshall then falls even further back from Obi. Look at the time now, 3.4 seconds. He's lifted up his helmet visor. All he can hear through his radio comms is use the force, Luke. Even though it's Obi. Shh, shh. Star Wars, isn't it? Keeps it out of that wall again there, Obi. Seems to be where he's making up most of his time through that final corner. Marshall low. Still under threat from Raffo. He's closed that gap back up on him. Looks like quite a clear win for Obi at the minute, unless he sticks it in the wall or gets it backwards. Minutes into race 1 then. Look at the wobble they get on. Look, Marshall's still trying to gather that thing up. And look at the speed Raffo's carried through there. He goes for the sneaky up the inside into this left-hander. He's carrying enough speed to do so. Gets himself past Marshall. That just had a wobble through turn 1. It's cost Marshall that second position now as well. Sideways these things. Marshall now gets a good exit out of that final corner. He's coming back for that second position. Inside line through this left-hander onto the straight. Can Raffo get close enough to have another attack here? They've certainly found the horn. He's carried the speed then. Turn in a little bit too early this time. No. Don't even know where Marshall's gone, but lost more speed through there, Raffo. Marshall managed to find a gap through. He takes that second. Not giving this one up easily tonight, Marshall. Obi disappearing down the road now. Nearly 5.2 seconds over anybody else. Oh, Raffo, thought you'd got that thing backwards, but almost. Again loses speed to that battle with Marshall. Rob S 3.2 back. Skippy's now right on the back of him. Himself over to the defensive line. Can Skippy carry more speed through this first turn? Rob S has come back over to the racing line to enter this corner. Gets another wobble on there, Rob S. That does allow Skippy to close up. He's carrying the speed through that turn 1 as well. He's having a little look up the inside into turn 2, sideways. Side by side on the way through there, still literally neck and neck through the little kink. They go side by side. Skippy's still got the advantage into this final corner if he can get it right. Oh, Rob S has gone into the wall. That has allowed Skippy through then. So just 15 seconds left on the race timer. A few of these drivers will get an extra lap, some of them won't. So these boys get an extra lap. Jonesy's going to be the first man to cross the line, so he's going to come home in... Oh no, sorry, he's just made it. Sneaky, sneaky. Pilgrim then is the first to finish. What? Got it set. Oh, you've got it set to laps, have you? Oh, laps, not times. Okay, all right. I thought they were 50-minute races, but they're 15 laps. So, Obi-Wan then. No doubting he's going to win now. What is he? 5.3 seconds up the road from Marshall. He's just got this long straight to go. So it took him a little bit of time to get through to the front, Obi, but once he was there, he was able to squeak that lead further and further away from everybody else. Up towards the line then. Is he going to go backwards? Yes, he is. Takes first place then. Marshall up to the line, comfortably takes second in the end. A big, big gap between himself and Raffo at the end. Raffo comes through backwards to take third. Skippy takes fourth. Rob S comes through backwards to take fifth. Jonesy comes through to take the wall out and sixth. Pilgrim up towards the wall, takes a little bit of the pit wall out himself for 7th. Mocking Weeks takes 8th. Footer takes 9th. Ricky J is going to come home for 10th position. Put himself in front of Captain Pugwash, actually, by the end of that race. Captain Pugwash coming home for 11th. Dodger takes 12th. Tyre Slayer did close that gap up, but not enough to make up any more position, so he stays in 13th for this race. That does put him on the front of the grid for race 2. Official results then. Obi comfortably up front. 5.3 seconds in the end. Marshall second. Raffo in third. Skippy fourth. Rob S fifth. Jonesy in sixth. Pilgrim in seventh. Mocking Weeks in 8th. Footer 9th. Ricky J 10th. Captain Pugwash in 11th. Dodger in 12th. And Tyre Slayer 13th. So, race 1 done and dusted. I think that's the shout just coming in. Next race going to start at 21:33 or whatever hour it is where you are, and 33. Yeah, led at the start then Obi, lost a couple of positions, but managed to fight his way back through, and once he was in front, yeah, just literally unstoppable. Nobody able to get him. So, top 3 then. Obi, Marshall and Raffo all now have to put on sports medium tyres. And you can see they weren't too happy going around corners with the softs on. The mediums are a little less grippy, so unfortunately it might mean 1 or 2 more drivers in the wall. We'll see. We'll see how they get on. So if any of those top 3 from this race, Marshall, Raffo or Obi, get a podium in this race, they're already on the sports medium tyres. If they get a podium in this race, they have to do the next race on the sports hard tyres. If they don't get a podium, they can go back and stick the softs on for the final race. But that's the rules with this one. You have to move up in terms of tyres to the crappier ones, let's say. Right, let's go and see if Mocking Weeks has put me a disgusting livery on that I might need to vomit on. He managed to make one of these minis. Well, no, he didn't. I'll lie. That was a lie. He didn't make it look like anything. He abominated it. So he took one of these minis. Oh my god. He took one of these minis and he managed to find the stickers and the liveries to try, it was a try, to try and turn one of these minis into an old school 80s Renault 5 Turbo. So it had the rear lights smashed over the tail lights of the Mini, it had the front lights which were square smashed over the front of the round lights. It was grim. It was grim. So if you want to see those grim liveries, which doesn't look like, well, I say that, we can't see Mocking Weeks livery right now because he's in the pit, so it won't give me the Won't give me the look, unfortunately. His first livery last week in race 1 was lovely. It was Blackadder. It was, you know, it was amusing, and then he made me vomit for the next 2 races with 2 different coloured fake Renault 5s. Didn't look too bad from the back, but the front was like, what on earth have you done? What on earth have you done? Disgusting. If you want to look at that, that's in last week's races. Again, you might see it in this if Mocking Weeks decides to make us vomit in this one. He's not coming out of the pits though. He's not giving us that look. Look at Rafo's livery as he goes through. There's Rob S. Chinese New Year smashed all over his car. We've got Marshall. He's in the STP blue and red livery. Obi-Wan in the Star Wars special. Skippy with more stickers than he knows what to do with. There it is, look. How many more do you need on there? They're the only 2 you need, really. Look, those 2 on the bonnet. The Dark Smoker one and the Tell Your Mates, Tell Your Mums. Is there a P1 on there? There's not even got a P1 on there. There's Steve on the side. There's Steve with We Are Driven. Head honcho of P1, unfortunately, RIP. Passed away from cancer. But the lads are sporting AC, is it ACPMP? A cancer charity dealing with him. Yeah, you just see it on the rear wing, rear quarter, ACPMP. The charity was helping out Steve. There he is in all his P1 gear. Sponsored by Contendo. Nice. Is that the Wish version of Nintendo? Still no Mocking Weeks to go and have a look at a livery. P1 Racing Dark Smoker. All the Star Wars characters down the side of that. Ooh. Looking good for Obi then. There's Marshall in his STP. Yorkshire Teabaggers smashed down the side as well. Yorkshire Teabaggers. Happy Chinese New Year from Rob S. That's what his livery's in. No idea what that says on the side. The Chinese writing, obviously. I know what the English says. Oh, there's not much paint left on the front of that, Mr. Rob, is there? Why didn't you like that? You're trying to make it super leggera? In the Oracle Red Bull Racing, looking to take drivers out, going the wrong way around this circuit, and oh, avoided that one. He's actually trying to stay way out of driver's way. What's going on there? That's not like you, Raffo. You're usually trying to take people out. Shifts and Giggles USA, DILLIGAF. If you don't know what that means, it does. It look like I given. You know the next word. I like that. Ooh, USA baby, yeah. Marshall we've seen, Rob S we've seen, Raffo's trying to do disgusting things to the wall. Ricky J's got all sorts of colour shift, green and pink going on for that thing. He does like a green and pink. Oh my god, death-defying destruction. He does like a bit of green and pink on his Mini. I'm not sure whether he's too keen on all those dents though. Right, sorry for the epilepsy. Let me change these cameras up. Right, here we go then. Race 2 about to get underway. Then Tyre Slayer on pole. He came in last on the last race. We have... who have we got? Rob S and Raffo, Marshall and Obi-Wan all on that sports medium. So we've got a false start from Ricky J. He peels over to the pit wall to try and stay out of the way of the chaos. Getting a good start for Ricky J then. That might put him to the back of the field. Dodger though, having a good start. He's looking to take P1 off of Tyre Slayer already. Looking to run around the outside. It's not worked into turn 1 just yet. Pugwash holding 3rd position. Footer in 4th. Mocking Weeks. Oh, he's got the Mocking Weeks. Let's have a look. We've got to see his livery. He's gone for the Milker. Any Germans in the chat want to tell me what that means? Love your cows or something? We love milk. Chocolate is great. For the fatherland or something? I don't know. Who knows? So Tyre Slayer then leading. Mocking Weeks in 2nd, piling the pressure on Dodger as they hit this start-finish straight for the first time in race 2. Still side by side. Dodger has still got the advantage. Or has he? I think Mocking Weeks just carried a little bit more speed through. Might be able to get his way in front of Dodger before turn 1. I think, yeah, he's miles ahead. He's hunting down Tyre Slayer. Needs a good result. Had a terrible race 1. Oh, we've got drivers backwards. Rob S getting a handful of sideways. Ricky J getting a handful of sideways. Oh. Raffo getting, it wasn't Raffo, sorry, it was Pilgrim slow out of there. He got a little bit sideways out of that turn 1. Slowed him down a little bit as well, drops himself down to 11th. Josie 12th. Ricky J then getting turn 1 all wrong as well, drops himself to 13th. Tyre Slayer then still leading, but for how much longer? Oh, has he managed to keep it out of the wall? Yes, he has. Just Mocking Weeks carries the speed through there, fires himself through into 1st position. Already gets 1.4 seconds lead over Captain Pugwash now. He's managed to slingshot his way past Tyre Slayer. Tyre Slayer not getting a good exit out of that final corner. Slowed him down massively. Pugwash into 2nd then. Tyre Slayer 3rd. Skippy 4th. Dodger in 5th. Rob S in 6th position. Footer in 7th. Marshall 8th. Obi in 9th position. Pilgrim in 10th, Raffo in 11th. Jonesy getting into the wall, nearly gets it wrong. Ricky J turns completely the wrong way. I'm sure that's a left-hander, Ricky J. It's got all sorts of damage. That Mini's going to be running slow for a few seconds while he gets himself back up to full race pace and repairs done. Mocking Weeks continues to stretch his lead up front though, 1.8 seconds. This long start-finish straight. Captain Pugwash holding on to 2nd position. Skippy's got his way past into 3rd as well. Rob S into 4th. Tyre Slayer not getting on too well in the Minis. He's got front-end damage actually, Tyre Slayer. Dodger carrying the speed as well. Might be able to get this position off of Tyre Slayer. Footer coming through quick as well. Tyre Slayer, did you end up in the wall coming out of that final corner? That's what slowed you down. Dodger then through into 5th. Tyre Slayer 6th. Footer goes for a look up the inside in turn 1. Got to get it controlled through there. Sneaks his way past. Keeps himself in front of Marshall. Looks for that move on Dodger, but it's not to be at the minute. Tyre Slayer stays in that 5th position. Nobody able to take that position off of him just yet then. Obi closing the gap up into 9th. He's on the sports mediums again, but still looking pretty good here. Has he got his nose up the inside of Marshall? Ooh, I think he has. Marshall's gone wide into the wall. Footer's gone wide into the wall. Nowhere for Marshall to go. Pilgrim's looking for a gap through all of that. Marshall and Footer getting tangled up then into the wall. Pilgrim past Marshall. Just, oof. Bit of door banging going on there, not sure what happened. Footer then 10th, Raffo in 11th. Jonesy after getting it all wrong all the way down in 12th, and Ricky J turning completely the wrong way at turn 1. 14.5 seconds down. Mocking Weeks continuing to stretch that lead out. 2 seconds currently over Captain Pugwash. He's not out of the woods yet, he's got Skippy closing up on him. Just 0.7 of a second back, getting a good slipstream. Down here is Skippy. He's getting himself tucked right behind Captain Pugwash down this long start-finish straight. Loses a little bit of time to him through there. He's just got to be careful. Rob S only a second behind him as well. comfortably in 5th now. Obi-Wan squidges his way through to 6th position. He's finding ways through this field. Again, if he ends up on the podium, he's going to have to put the hard tyres on by the end of this race. Or for the next race, I mean. Nice and controlled through there for Obi-Wan. Pilgrim trying to stick with him, maybe get that position back. Currently sitting in 7th position. Dodger in 8th, just 0.6 of a second back himself. Marshall's just a second back in 9th. He again is on the sports mediums. Footer in 10th, trying to close that gap on Marshall. Raffo also on those sports mediums. Struggling with the grip with these harder tyres then, slightly. Only seems to be Obi that seems to be getting away with anything. Jonesy then in 12th. Takes a little bit of paint off that car. Ricky J in 13th. Not able to close that gap back up. It's a long way down as well. Might have to settle for that 13th position in this one. And now Monkey Weeks is not messing about now at all. 3.4 seconds. That's the gap he's got over Skippy. And we are just about 7 minutes in. Can he keep stretching that lead? Not out of the woods yet for Skippy. He's got himself past Rob S. Rob S is just 0.4 of a second behind him. Captain Pugwash down to 4th position then. Danger right behind him. He's got Tyre Slayer about a second back. Just, yeah, not finding the line through that corner, I don't think, Tyre Slayer. Keeps himself in touch with Captain Pugwash through there, though. Might be able to close that gap back up. We'll see. Pilgrim in 6th then. Obi looking to get past him again. Bit of bump drafting going up this start finish straight. Dodge up behind them. Pilgrim goes a little bit defensive, doesn't want to lose this position too easily to Obi-Wan. Obi nice and calm through there. Pilgrim carries far too much speed into turn 1 and drops himself back to 7th. They do like a horn. Fast through there for Obi. What is he? 2.4 seconds off of Tyre Slayer. Just over the halfway mark. He's pushing hard actually. Obi started from the back. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Tyre Slayer and Captain Pugwash. I think it was Captain Pugwash got the corner wrong. Tyre Slayer came around the corner and there was a Captain Pugwash filling the track. So both drivers are running slow then. Tyre Slayer's going to get overtaken. Captain Pugwash is also going to get overtaken, I think. Obi carrying the speed up towards him. Just 0.5 of a second. You can see that gap coming down rapidly. Can he carry the speed into turn 1? Goes for the move. He's got the line into this corner. Oh, there's his Tyre Slayer. Tyre Slayer gets a wobble on. Obi pushes wide through that corner. That gives Captain Pugwash a little look at this position as they come into this left-hander. Absolutely neck and neck through there. No love lost between those two. Pilgrim carries good speed through, gets himself back past Captain Pugwash. He's not happy letting Obi-Wan get away from him, that's for sure. Oh, a little bit of contact through there. Pilgrim ends up in the wall. Obi ends up in the wall. Captain Pugwash comes through to take 5th off of Pilgrim. Now, what's the gap between Obi and Robert? 7 seconds. It's going to be very, very difficult to close that gap up in 5 minutes. Obi might be the luckiest mini driver on the planet. Take 4th and not have to stick those nasty hard tyres on for the final race. Marking Weeks then. The Milker must be super smooth milk chocolate, because that's how his race has gone so far. Super smooth. Smoothest, milkiest German chocolate in the world. All the cows. Smoothest, milkiest. Look at it. 4.2 seconds currently over Skippy. silky smooth, double cream, double whipped, all that stuff. So Skippy loses a position. Rob S gets that back off of him through that final corner, but Skippy says no. Back up the almost back up the inside at turn 1. The driver's a little bit sideways through there. Rob S goes wide. Can Skippy carry the speed through? Not yet. Right behind him through the left-hander then. Carries a lot of speed. Both Rob and Skippy down here. Skippy's got the advantage into this corner. Has he? Maybe better camera angle. Yes, he has. Oh, keeps it out of the wall as well, but he's slow coming out of the corner. Rob S just slingshots his way back up the inside. Takes that position off him again. In 4th. He has closed that gap down on the top 3, but he has now got a mirror full of cars as well. Captain Pugwash and Pilgrim looking to take that 4th position off of him. Dodger then in 7th. He's got Footer right behind him, Tyre Slayer right behind him. All looking for a move. To the inside of the circuit, slings it through there. Dodger goes wide. He's almost got that Mini backwards. Almost. He's got it sideways twice. Unfortunately, that slowed him right down. Dodger dropped him to 12th. What a shame. He's doing all right. Just Ricky J left behind him now, unfortunately. Weeks disgustingly now 6 seconds up the road. 2.5 minutes rest left in race 2. ASMR hashtag lights click, or the other way around. Skippy then. Oh, he was second. These two having an absolute ding dong for this second position in this race. He's catching Mocking Week, 6 seconds up the road. Oh, a little bit of contact between Skippy and Rob S. Rob S is on the grass. That's going to slow him down rapidly. And look at the gap that Rob S is able to pull. Lift of the throttle there for Rob S. I'm not sure if that was a missed gear or whether he was slowing down to Skippy catch back up. He is. He's backing off the throttle. Out of the wall there, Rob S. So 2 laps remaining. Mocking Week's just starting lap 14 of 50. Rob S into 2nd position, then Skippy getting it wrong. It's cost him a lot of time in that battle between himself and Rob S. He's got it down to less than a second again. But with only 2 laps to go, a hard push to get that position back. Still a second between him. Obi then still 3.9 seconds behind those guys, but has still closed the gap up. Look at that. Not a lot between them really. Not enough for the podium, I don't think. Pilgrim on his tail. Captain Pugwash fallen off the back of that fight. He's now 2.7 seconds back in 6th. Footer is up into 7th. He's got a little bit of a gap behind him to DDR Jonesy in 8th. Marshall's in 9th position, having a race of his own. Raffo's trying to close the gap up on him in 10th, but having a race of his own at the minute. Dodger also, we've just seen him get it backwards through turn 1, so that's cost him an awful lot of places. A lot of time as well. Tyre Slayer in 12th. Ricky J closing up on him, just 1.3 seconds back in 13th. Look at this, final lap for Mocking Weeks. 8.5 seconds lead. Onto the back straight then. Full speed down here, through the little kink to the right. Hard on the brakes down into this final corner. See the back end of these minis lifting off the ground. Sideways in, keeps it out of the wall as well, Mocking. and then just the line to go then for Mocking Weeks. Comfortable win for him in race 2. 8.5 seconds by the time he you better cross the line. You better cross the line. Mocking Weeks. Rob S coming through just 1/4 of a second behind him, and then with that little mistake almost cost him the win there, Mocking. Rob S in second, then Pilgrim comes home in third. Obi takes 4th, Skippy takes 5th, Captain Pugwash takes 6th. Jonesy comes home in 7th, Footer takes 8th. It'll be Marshall that comes home in 9th position. Raffo that takes 10th. Dodger comes home in 11th. Ricky J, where are you? Ricky J got himself past Tyre Slayer in the end. Takes 12th position, and Tyre Slayer bringing up the rear in race 2 as well. Backwards for that final position. There we go, race 2 done and dusted. We've got one more race left, another 15 minutes, another reverse grid. Everybody's going to be back on the racing, sorry, the sports softs, except the top 3. So Mocking Weeks, who was second? Who was second? Mocking Weeks, Rob S and Pilgrim will both be on, all 3 of those will be on racing mediums for the final race, and everybody else can switch back to the soft tyres. Yeah, they don't like going around corners much, these minis. We'll get a little bit loose. Oh, change of track time then. It has, oh, it was night. Maybe it'll turn dark while we go through this 15-minute race. We will see. No sign of when race 2 will kick off yet. I usually get a bit of a time on screen, but might be bang on 10 o'clock. I don't know. Jonesy doing handbrakes across the line. What have you got for us this time, Mocking? Oh, he's still in the green and black, is he, for race 3? All right, for the time being, he is. That could all change. What are you doing, Jonesy? He's trying to burn a set of tyres out. He's trying to burn a set of tyres out before the race starts. Almost like that scared you, Jonesy. Stick the handbrake on, Jonesy, and then rag the crap out of it. Get it all the way up into 6th gear, spinning those wheels with the back end locked up. They don't work for drifting. They just don't work for drifting. See? There we go, handbrake on, that's what I'm talking about. Once you've got it spinning, start smashing it all the way through the gears, keeping that throttle on. Start, sneaky practice start from Captain Pugwash. to get that Mini off the line as quick as possible without the wheels spinning up. JPS down the side of that. There's not many people that know what that JPS means. Not these days, not the young'uns. You young'uns. Alright, 1 minute till race 3 start then. That's just been thrown up in the chat. So Marshall on the medium tyres. I don't know whether you should be on the medium tyres. Mocking on the mediums. Obi, you don't need to be on the mediums, you need to be on the soft tyres, my friend. Going backwards again. He's having the big nope sign thrown up in front of him, look. Great big nope. Captain Pugwash. Oh, I thought we were going to see him come around the corner and take him out, but not to be. Right, race 3 then, the final race of the evening. Another 15 minutes here at Blue Moon Infield B. Reverse grid from race 2, puts Tyre Slayer back on the front. At the back though, we've got Mockin on the mediums, Rob S on the mediums and Pilgrim on the medium tyres. Lights go on then, someone's found the horn again. And they get away. No false start from Ricky J this time. Tyre Slayer holds the lead currently. Is he going to hold it into turn 1? Ricky J carrying a lot of speed up the outside. Not enough to go through though. Tyre Slayer then stays in front, Ricky J in second, Dodger in 3rd position, Raffo in 4th. So just see them get through this fast left-hander. Footer in 5th position, Marshall in 6th, Skippy 7th, Jonesy in 8th, Captain Pugwash 9th, Obi in 10th, Rob in 11th, Pilgrim 12th, Mocking Weeks in 13th, and through that final corner. Whoa, there's all sorts of paint coming off those cars. Skippy gets a handful of paint taken off the side. So does Footer Engineering on the way through there. Ricky J then into the lead of the race. 0.4 of a second over Dodger currently. He's under pressure himself though from Raffo. It does look like it's going to get dark here on circuit. Now then, will Dodger hold on to this position? No, he won't. Then Raffo sweeps through. Footer follows him through as well. Jonesy looks like he's going to follow that line. See how much speed they lose through there. Footer struggles to keep it on this circuit. Holds that 3rd position. Raffo then into 2nd position. Footer in 3rd. Everyone chasing down Ricky J at the minute then. Nearly a 2nd lead he's got. Final corner, braking early then for Ricky J. Doesn't want to stick it in the wall. That does slow him down on the exit. Raffo starts to bring that time down in the chase for 1st place. Footer keeps himself in touch as well in 3rd position. Marshall 4th. Again, Marshall's on the medium tyres. He shouldn't have been in this race. Tyre Slayer 5th. Captain Pugwash right behind him in 6th position. Dodger in 7th. Jonesy in 8th. Whoa, who's that? Pilgrim? Yeah. Pilgrim's come through like an absolute maniac. Caused chaos in that pack and then put himself to the rear of that field. So Dodger in 7th and Skippy in 8th position. It was Jonesy, but that's all went wrong after a Pilgrim appeared. Oh, Obi-Wan into the wall. I think that was Obi. Rob S in 9th, then Jonesy in 10th, Pilgrim in 11th, Obi in 12th. It was Obi that got squished into the wall. Mockin Weeks then 13th. A little way back at the minute for Mockin. 2.2 seconds on those sports mediums. Oh, keeps it out of the wall through there. Ricky J then continues to lead, 3 minutes in. 1.2 seconds lead over Tyre Slayer. Marshall swings over to the left hand side. Has he got the manoeuvre up here? Oh, he's chucked himself on the grass. Oh, he's gone swinging across tracks. Tyre Slayer goes through. Captain Pugwash goes through. Oh, no, he doesn't. Almost goes through. Gets himself to third. Marshall in fourth. Then Rd4 fifth. Skippy sixth. Still close and nicely, tightly packed on circuit. Rob S seventh. Dodger in eighth. Obi in ninth. Footer right behind him in 10th. Oh, next to him, sorry, in 10th. Jonesy in 11th. Pilgrim, after getting it all wrong, in 12th. And Mocking Weeks all over the back of him then in 13th. Gets a good run out of there as well. Mocking Weeks all over the back of Pilgrim for that 12th. Inside line now for him on this long straight. And through he goes. Ricky J then continues to hold his own. 4.5 minutes in, 1 second lead currently, Ricky. Gets himself off that transition early. Oh, Ricky a little bit early on the turn, that's put him on the grass. Pushed him out wide, he's lost a lot of speed through there. Tyre Slayer coming up on him fast, as is Captain Pugwash. And they're carrying so much more speed than him down here. Side by side, Tyre Slayer. Ricky J though puts his car in the right place, holds that first position. Oh, he goes late into the turn though. He's slung himself into the wall. Tyre Slayer's not got that one too good himself. Allows Captain Pugwash to almost come through and take that position, but Tyre Slayer got the inside line, so he just holds on to it. We've got too far. Tyre Slayer and Pugwash then side by side at this start-finish straight. Wrong side. There he is, Captain Pugwash then slowly edging his way past Tyre Slayer. Doesn't get himself. Oh, does he get himself just in front? Does he? He's gone a little bit wide. Tyre Slayer takes the inside line. Captain Pugwash hangs onto it. Tightly packed on circuit. Someone's fallen off the back of this field. Pugwash leads then. Tyre Slayer in second. Ricky J in third. He's got another second or so behind him to Rd4, who's in fourth. Rob S in fifth. Dodger in sixth. Jonesy in seventh. Mocking Weeks up into eighth position. Pilgrim's followed him through as well. He's in ninth. Marshall 10th. Obi in 11th. Skippy in 12th. Footer now all the way down in 13th. What happened to Footer? No damage on the car. Did he just get turn one all wrong? Ricky J back to the front of the race. He's not making it easy for him this week, Ricky. So Ricky actually peels over to the left-hand side of the circuit on that long start-finish straight and avoids the big transition between the off-camber parts of the track and the flat bits. Does seem to be working for him at the minute. Colour shift green and pink looking good as well on Ricky J's car. Captain Pugwash then 0.4 of a second behind him. Rob S in third now. Oh, Ricky almost into the wall. That slowed him down again. Captain Pugwash carrying the speed up behind him. Rob S all over the back of these two. Ricky J and Captain Pugwash side by side. Captain Pugwash carrying that speed through though. Rob S closes up on Ricky J. Might go for the move up the inside into turn one. He already sweeps over to that left hand side. Nice and controlled for those three. A little bit fast through there for Rob S. Ricky J comes through to retake second then. in. Captain Pugwash leads by 0.6 of a second. Ricky J in second, holding his own. Has been battling for that top spot with Captain Pugwash. Nicely through there, should have kept the power on. Rob S carries a little bit more speed through there than Ricky J. Able to get this position off him, tucks himself behind Ricky J. Oh no, already slingshots himself past. Looking to carry the speed down towards that turn 1 off camber turn in. Already in front then, Rob S. Nice and tight through there. Oh, Rob S gets it a little bit wrong. Ricky J comes back through to retake that second. Raffo almost through as well, but Rob S gets a wobble on. Closes the door. Dents all over the side of that thing now. Raffo then squeezed. Doesn't manage to get through. Holds 4th. Monkey Week's doing well. He's in 5th position, even on the sports mediums. Got Jonesy for company behind him. Obi-Wan not too far back as well. Obi on the sports mediums too. I don't think you should have been on the sports mediums. Pilgrim in 8th. Oh, who's that? Has just got that all wrong through there. Oh, it's Raffo. Big pile of sparks on the way into that final corner. Monkey Weeks goes through into 4th position then. Was he 2 seconds off at the back of Rob? He's only 6.3 off race leader. Threat going a little bit defensive from Jones behind him. So Rob S trying to, Raffo trying to sling one around the outside. Pilgrim trying to look through there as well. Jonesy and Obi side by side on the exit of turn 1. Obi then on the inside line through there. Still not fully through that one. He's still side by side with Jonesy down here. Raffo looking for a way past the pair of them. Almost 3 wide. Oh, it's side by side. Jonesy gets the worst of that though. He's side by side with Raffo. Obi-Wan didn't get a good corner through there either. He's put himself in the wall. He has. Raffo gets through. Pilgrim gets through. Jonesy closing up on him quickly as well, as is Marshall. Obi just holding on to 7th into turn 1. His car now fully repaired, so should be able to get back into race pace. Pilgrim goes sideways through there, carries an awful lot of speed, slows him down. Obi swoops through to sneak that 6th position off of him. 11 minutes and 20 seconds in. Captain Pugwash now 4.8 seconds up the road from Ricky J. Ricky J not out of the woods yet. He's got Rob S right behind him. It's a good corner from Ricky J, but Rob S managed to carry a bit more speed through, I think. That little wobble on the exit for Ricky J just cost him a bit of speed coming out of that corner. S into that 2nd position then. Ricky J slots himself in right behind, looking for the toe. Just a quarter of a second behind Rob S at the minute. Oh, he's gone in hot into turn 1. Look, almost round the outside, Ricky J. Almost. Great bit of driving. Mocking Weeks closing up on the pair of you now though. Carrying an awful lot of speed, Mocking Weeks. Outside of Ricky J there, carrying the speed through. Comfortably past Ricky J then, just a second behind Rob S. Cutting that corner nicely, closes that gap up again on Rob S. Rob S catching the wall a little bit on the way out of that corner, so slowed him down a little bit. Mocking Weeks brings the gap down to 0.8 of a second. Got a mirror full of headlights of Ricky J. 13 minutes in then, lap 12 of 15. There is Captain Pugwash into turn 1. 5.3 seconds lead at the minute. Robert S. Oh! Ricky J's done it again. He's turned right when he should have turned left. Raffo into 4th then, but Obi-Wan coming through in 5th, carrying an awful lot of speed round turn 1, side by side with Raffo through turn 2. Gets himself in front actually here, Obi, up into 4th position then. Mocking Weeks back on the podium with both drivers, Rob S and Mocking, taking half the wall out there. That's going to slow the pair of them down. Obi-Wan and Raffo. Pilgrim might be able to close this gap up on them. Again, we've only got a lap left after this one. Captain Pugwash comfortably in the lead at the minute, 6.5 seconds. Just sticks himself in, fastest lap of the race as well, why not? Through turn 1 then, nice and calm for Captain Pugwash. Rob S into 2nd, Mocking Weeks still 3rd. A second behind Rob S. Again, this is the final lap now. Oh no, sorry, it's not. We've got one more lap after this. Obi in 4th, then Raffo 5th, Pilgrim 6th, Jonesy in 7th, Marshall in 8th, Skippy in 10th, Ricky J, who's on for his best result, 4th position. And then turn 1 said nope. Of Footer Engineering by about half a second at the minute, Ricky J. There's Footer. Tyre Slayer up into 12th then, and Dodger in 13th. Captain Pugwash then 8 seconds lead as we hit this final lap. Mocking Weeks all over the back of Rob S for the 2nd position. It's going to be a last lap shootout for these pair. Mocking Weeks goes wide, looking for the run round the outside. Side by side, still on the exit of this corner. Onto the off camber. Moving down towards turn 2 then for these pair. Mocking Weeks almost in front. Oh, he's carried a little bit too much speed through there, clapped into the wall. That's slowed him down massively. Rob S then through, carrying the speed. He's just got to get this final corner right. Not as clean as he'd like, but he's through. It is going to be Captain Pugwash then up towards the line. Comfortable win for him in race 3. 9.2 seconds almost by the time he crosses the line. There it is, 9.2 seconds. Rob S by the skin of his teeth at the minute. Can Mocking Weeks get past him? No, he can't. So Rob S holds on to 2nd, then Mocking Weeks takes 3rd. Obi-Wan takes 4th. Good race, Obi. Pilgrim takes 5th. Jonesy takes 6th. Skippy takes 7th. Raffo's been sent in the pits. Marshall takes 8th. Raffo comes home in 9th in pit lane. Ricky J takes 10th. Footer takes 11th. Tyre Slayer going to come home for 12th position. And the Dodger takes 13th. Yeah, it was unlucky for Ricky J. Unlucky for Ricky J. Got himself into 4th, and all he had to do was hang on to the back of Mocking Weeks. Like I say, turn 1. Seen him a couple of times get it a little bit wrong in there, and it ends up turning him the wrong way. He ends up going right instead of left, and into the wall he goes. Unlucky, Ricky J, unlucky. But it was looking good for you, and up until that point, all I can do is apologise, mate. There we go. All 3 races done for this evening. Again, I think we've got 2 more rounds of this. Someone might come in the chat and tell me different. I think there's 2 more rounds of this. Still nothing else planned as yet. Still waiting on times for GTTCC and MRC's Team Oliver Racing League. Still nothing on the minis yet either. But yeah, a couple more weeks left in the P1 boys, and I'm sure they'll have another league set up and ready to go by the time this one finishes. But that is pretty much going to be it from me tonight. Let's just have a look at final results. Captain Pugwash then comfortably in the lead. Look, 9.3 seconds by the time he crossed the line. Rob S 2nd, then Mocking Weeks 3rd. Tried his hardest, but 3rd it was Obi-Wan 4th, Pilgrim 5th, Jonesy in 6th, Skippy 7th, Marshall in 8th, we've got Raffo in 9th, Ricky J 10th, Unlucky Ricky, Footer in 11th, Tyre Slayer 12th, and Dodger 13th. There we go. Done and done. So yes, that's it from me tonight. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, a comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. But you know what I need you to do most of all is tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.